Hey guys, JJ here with an absolutely huge TSLU update. I've got a crap ton done, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First, you probably noticed I have Facia done. I just did that it was, 2 days ago. It only took me about 3 days once I started, so it wasn't too bad of a process. It did take quite a while though. Meaning we were down here for about 5 or 6 hours each day doing this. So anyway, it's not the most seamless transition. Like you can see here, there's a little gap. On the other side, there's a little bit of a gap as well. But it's not too bad. It works. And the fascia on the other side is finished, and the outside of the layout. So it's not too bad. Some of these joints are pretty good, pretty flush. And then you have a few over here that aren't the greatest, but you know, it'll work. The focus isn't supposed to be on the fascia, it's supposed to be on the layout, so that's just to take your focus away from the gritty bench work, you know. So anyway, you'll probably notice in some spots it's 4 inches and then it goes to 5. This is for when I make my hills. I'll just take a miter saw and you know go up and down, you know, to make my contours. So this is Ohio, so these hills aren't going to be very big. So anyway, still have to mess with some in here. I didn't make this board long enough like it should have been, so I made like a little one that goes in between. But it's more of an angle, but as you see, I gotta file more of it down, and this is an offset angle going that way. So I gotta take this shim off, shave it down, and then that'll be righted, and then I can put that back. So anyway, overall I'm really happy with the fascia. I like it. You can lean up against the layout now and it feels more sturdier. Just to have something to lean against, so that's nice as well. Excuse me. It warped in a couple places and I don't really know what to do other than take off the fascia and put it back on. I don't know if that would solve anything. I've done that before with some of the bench work and it actually worked. So anyway, we'll see. I might just end up putting more screws in there in the warp spots. There's only 3 of them. There's one here, and then there's a big one here, and then there's a big one here, and then there's 2 little ones, one here, and then that one's actually gone. Oh well, it'll probably be back. But anyway, I did finish the benchwork extension. I had it extended, I think 4 inches, and I had to add a little extra piece because the Walther's my jack crane is 7 3/8, I believe. So we'll get 7, we'll say 7.5 pretty much right here. So it is going to be a little bit close to the layout, and actually be out just a little bit more. So it is going to be pretty close to the layout, but it's better than it was. These tracks were like right here. So, and I got to get more roadbed, and then I got to get a 6.5 left, a 6.5 right for down there, and then that switch will go right into a number 4 right here. So anyway, I would end up putting this number 6 left hand in, but I really like how this looks and I want to keep it. So yeah, anyway, but I didn't make the extension enough, so I had to add another 1x2 on it, and it actually worked really well. It's flush and everything, so that worked out pretty well. I also got this crossover in. I actually just finished the soldering joint just a little bit ago, and it's all hooked up. I got the wrong kind of switch. I got an on-off-on switch, but it still works. You just gotta, it's just 2 clicks instead, so. Oh well, it works just like the other ones, except there's an off position now, so I usually just skip it, you know. But, oh well, I still have to paint this switch. But everything's wired up, it works. Sorry, the layout's off at the moment. I left it on for about 5 hours. All the engines are really hot right now. So, I'll go ahead and, paint that switch, and then this will be done. So anyway, thank you again, Jacob, for helping me find a location with that right after that curve. So I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you. I'm trying to think of all this stuff done. I can't think of what to show you first. Guess I'll go ahead and show you these containers over here. I got 3 of these Costco containers, 40-foot ribbed containers. Really nice detail in these things. Really nice detail. I got 3 of those, and then I've got 3 of these CSX intermodal. I believe they're 45-foot containers. 45 or 48. They're pretty close, but I believe they're 45 actually. They might be 48s, I'm not sure. But anyway, they look nice. I like them. They match those Santa Fe ones we got a couple months ago. So I got 3 of those and 3 of the Costco's. So now my entire intermodal train is now double stacked, along with 2 extras now. So that was nice. So now our fleet is maxed, and now I was able to fill these 40-foot trailers that I've had for a while. So yeah, anyway, this is just an N scale version of what will be here. Obviously it's too small, but this is the N scale version of the kit that I have. It still hasn't been painted yet. I painted the tires, that was about it. But I built this thing. It is just a piece of crap. But it works. Once it gets painted, you'll notice how bad condition it's actually. And I built it when I was, gosh, 6-7 years ago. So I wasn't young, but I was just getting into kit building. I think that's the first kit I actually ever built. That was the first kit I ever built. And then that farm implement was the second. This was the third. So anyway, this is the first kit I ever built in N scale. So that was probably why it's not so great. But anyway, I just wanted that over here for scale, because we might shorten the crane, like cut here and then squeeze it in a little bit. So we'll see. I still have to get one of those kits, but I'm not going to do it anytime soon. I want to get these tracks done and then get the concrete laid over it, or the plaster, smooth it, whatever we're going to use for the covering. And then this industry will be done. This will be for intermodal and auto racks. I'll have a crane, or one of those automobile ramps right here, those real long things on wheels that load the auto racks. I'll have one of those right here, and they'll basically just drive on the concrete to wherever the auto racks have been set out, and then they'll unload and load them that way. So kind of a multi-purpose industry. I'm glad we were able to combine 2 of the industries that I wanted into one. And then eventually on the second level, one of these industries will be moved. Probably the auto industry will stay in the intermodal facility. Will be on the second deck. So anyway, I did pick up 2 new train cars. I got this 60-foot high cube Aftern. Believe it's a ready to roll. Very, very beautiful car. I like anything that's patched. I like the patched look. I think it makes them look more realistic. And this, I probably won't end up even weathering this car. This car, it already looks weathered to me. But the Aftern said they were gonna step up their game in under detail. I didn't really notice until now, but holy crap, that's awesome. I mean, it's not perfect. There's definitely more could be done weathering wise, but I think it's pretty good. So anyway, and then I also got one of these 40-foot CSX high cube cars. As far as me and my dad know, and a couple other people, these don't exist in the CSX paint scheme. I spent hours on the internet trying to find any 40-foot CSX, anything related, and I couldn't find anything. And my dad told me he had never seen any before, so I don't think these exist. I've heard a couple people, I posted a picture on Instagram, a couple people said they exist, but I don't know. He's been on the railroad 19 years and he hasn't seen one of these yet. So anyway, but this does have the boxcar logo, so these could be in the shop being made as we speak. I don't know, or they could have just gotten out on the road. I don't know, but they may or may not exist. So I'm not going to tell you they don't exist, but as far as I know, they don't. So anyway, enough of that. Really nice car. It's the Roundhouse, so the detail is not great compared to that other car, but for one single injection mold, I think it's a pretty good looking car, besides the little brake wheel there. But I think it's a pretty good car. It has a good weight to it, and overall I just think it looks neat next to other cars. So anyway, these tracks are painted. I think that was in the last update, but I did get this track painted since then, all the way up to this switch, and then I got all of this painted up to about right there. I left the paint on top of the rails because it's abandoned. And then I cannot wait to ballast this. I think that'll look awesome once it's done. I also got this switch ballasted. This is the first switch I ever ballasted in HO scale. Really like how the rail kind of pops, like the color differential. Really looks cool. Sorry, my hands are shaking real bad. But I think it looks neat. And then these handles look a lot better too. They stand out more. The yellow does. So anyway, that's because I run through that switch so much, but I think it really stands out now. But now look at my ballast fade there. But I got up to right here, and then I also ballasted over here the grain elevator. I started right for the whistle sign on here, so I got this done as well. Not as good, especially this end of the track. I didn't do as good of a job as I normally do, but over here is about my norm, it seems to be for now. I don't know what to do with this hole. Every time I got ballast too close, it would just fall in the switch machine hole. But I don't know what to do other than put like a switch machine over it, but even then there's still going to be a gap. So I'm not sure. I may end up cutting a piece of paper, put it underneath the layout. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. I'm not too worried about it yet. If anything, I'll just put like a switch machine motor over it like it would be in real life. So anyway, I also got the grain elevator lead switch painted. It's painted all the way now, all the way through here. And then I started painting this little piece, but I realized I hadn't figured out what I wanted to do here, so I left it. So I also got the interchange painted just 2 days ago, I think. So I got all this painted, and I got the farm implement industry painted here, and then I left this switch undone because that's what the switch painting tutorial is going to be over me. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering, holy crap. Ugh. There's a thing on the roof of my mouth for my braces that comes off in about 20 days, and I cannot wait, so hopefully the stuttering will stop then. Because I never used to stutter until I got this thing on the roof of my mouth, because my S's feel rushed, so I try to slow down, and then I end up repeating what I just said. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. That's got to be annoying. I know it's annoying for me, because I have to edit my videos and I have to watch them. Oh, I hate watching my own videos. But anyway, I kind of moved around this industry just a little bit. I'm still playing with ideas of how that's going to be, but I kind of like how that looks. The forklifts could then just go around the train cars or back around, you know, and load this side, and that's how these semis would come in and get loaded as well. There's it's like a truck like this, but with a bed. You know, usually it's got like a semi-looking cab and then a real long bed. So it's almost a semi, but it's not. I'll probably load those here. So I think that'll look pretty cool. But I do want to add a steel coil industry somewhere around here. I was thinking like right here. This is the switch from the old Autorack facility. But I'm thinking about putting it here, having enough room for a couple cars, or I could put it, you know, in the middle, you know, and then have a little curved thing here, or I could put it, you know, like right here and then have it straighten out into here. So I really don't know where to put it. That's up to you guys, wherever you think it would look best, either at the beginning of the curve, the middle of the curve somewhere, or at the end of the curve here. But I don't know, that's up to you guys, because I'm just out of ideas at the moment on where to put it. So anyway, vacation is over, so I will go back to the sporadic work. I got more stuff to do. I got some landscaping stuff I got to do outside, and just a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to find a job because I start college August 22nd at Ohio State Limas. So anyway, we'll see how all of this goes eventually. But I did start to paint this kit. I still gotta do the white. I gotta go get some acrylic paint, and then I got this thing, this foam roller, so when I can paint over that without getting the brick red. So anyway, I think that's it for this update. I'm trying to cut this a little short so I can show some 1 and 2 year ago photos, because I do have a bunch of stuff. I actually started painting track 1 year ago yesterday, and I started Benchwork 2 years ago yesterday as well, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to get back to work.